So, where we last left off, you got into a scuffle with O-Chunks and some other characters that are unimportant. Um, and you won, and Mario and friends, and also you guys are now entering the Floro Caverns. So.
And also, I remember last time we captured a couple of new sets. We were just capturing the body of a Floro Sapiens.
Yep.
If I recall correctly.
Stephenson's got the full flow sapien and Rufus only got the body, if I recall.
Walter is still looking for rocks.
Well, there are a lot of rocks. You are in a cave.
He's looking for specific ones.
I'm a geologist, eh?
Nope, we just love gunpowder.
So, you've got a decent chunk of cave ahead of you. Are you going to proceed?
Question about arm clock stuff. Does that
Yeah.
get reset?
Cool.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah, we can reset it.
Alright, we can.
Oh, okay,
I
so I
was
need
just
to...
wondering.
Cool.
So,
I was just wondering. I wasn't trying to force anything.
Yeah. I feel like now's as good a time as any, especially with Walter White looking for stuff for Doofenshmirtz. I think would also want to look for materials to build more innators. So I think it'd be pertinent to deep dive to see if there's anything suitable, like material-wise here. I'm just gonna roll 2d6. What's my heart modifier right now? +1. Okay. I cannot roll a deep dive to save my life. Oh god.
I'll give it a go.
On a miss, I can ask a
won't.
question and all the answers suck. Right, so
Actually,
to the
wait,
question,
I will.
where can I find some good materials and minerals?
By mining.
Yeah. Could've expected that one.
You know what? I want to do
I'm
a
gonna
deep
go.
dive too. Okay,
No, I'm going
you
next.
can go
It's my
first.
turn.
Let's all roll perception.
Yeah.
I have... yeah, none of you see the pile of treasure in the corner. Alright, well...
Minus.
is
The deep
gunpowder
dive
real?
curse continues, man.
You've begun the question.
Oh, actually, alright. Dan Hibiki
Okay,
has gotta roll a good perception check. But certainly.
Yeah,
also,
surely. Surely
Rufus just got an
flat
idea.
D6.
So what is everyone
Nope.
trying to do in character? Trying to look for minerals?
We're all rolling a deep dive to search for minerals. And all of us have gone blind temporarily.
It is very difficult to find rocks in this cave.
Now, about me.
Fuck.
So
I shouldn't have
Rufus
been
is
taking
gonna like intercede, like you. What are you guys doing? That is looking for us. That's stupid. I have a much better idea. Watch this. And Rufus is gonna like roll the cassette he just captured like a session ago, and out of it comes he's gonna like transform and say like, with this guys, I will be unrecognizable. And out of the cassette comes this thing.
There he is.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I will blend in perfectly.
You're so well. Stephenson's gonna start neglects to mention the elephant in the room.
Well, if
That
they
is the
roll
weirdest
as badly,
fucking flower I have ever seen.
if they roll as badly as we do, it'll be fine.
Ryo has
Where'd Rufus go? All I see is this hideous, ugly flower.
Ryo has all the rocks she could want.
See,
to
I
care
am
about any
absolutely
of them.
recognized.
Oh,
I will
shit.
just infiltrate their society and get us what we want. So I need. Okay, can I see any Florosapiens around? Is there like a general like direction where like all the Florosapien are right now?
You don't see anyone right now, but you do hear a voice around the corner.
The Floro Rufus is going to go and look where that sound is coming from.
All right.
His little flower legs.
You turn the corner and see a Kragnon expositing towards a wall. Very loudly.
What is he saying?
Cragley Ho!
Wait. Guys, I think the crazy, like, Cragley is over here. I'm gonna just...
like peeks his head like around the corner.
Incredible! I seem to have found some plant life that looks remarkably similar to the bottom of my foot.
Alright, buddy. I get it. I'm handsome.
It even talks! Just like their other Florosapiens. What an unexpected
Just like
turn
the
of
bottom my
events.
foot.
Stevensmith looks back, like between the Kragnon and towards Rufus as a flow sapien, goes back and forth a bit, and just fakes surprise like, holy shit, a talking flower!
Holy shit, a talking caveman.
Talking
Does
cat.
Does this cave pervert look like he's good at fighting?
So, Ragley, tell me where all the flower people are so I can return to my feet.
Oh,
Where I
it's-
absolutely belong.
Oh, it's quite simple. They are right behind this high security door that I'm standing right next to. He points to a high security door that he is standing right next to. Unfortunately, the only way
You've
in
missed it.
Unfortunately, the only way in is with a key, and the key was left with one of my film crew, and I don't know where he went.
Episode, let me try
Right, we
this.
gotta
And
find
Rufus is
out
gonna,
what to do.
the flower roof is gonna approach the side security door. He's gonna like start smacking the door. He's like, "Hey guys, let me in! You let me out here! I'm one of you!"
Now,
Guys.
I could solve this with thermite. I could bore through a solid foot of steel with thermite. With this thermite.
I
Oh,
think
guys, don't leave
I think you should do that.
Rufus outside. I got prisoners. Yes, I got prisoners. Let me in.
The
Let me in.
problem
And he's gonna
is-
keep knocking.
The problem is, I don't want to waste my thermite. I only have so much thermite.
Dan knows that he couldn't break this door down, but is debating telling everyone he can.
Are there any Florosapiens
Hmm.
Are there any Florosapiens watching, like from like the other side of the door or something, like listening?
You do
Would
not.
you
You do not know.
would you allow Walter to use his thermite to blow through the fucking door?
Sure, I will let you roll for that.
Oh god damn it.
Roll to do chemistry.
Chemistry roll.
That's gonna be a strike with intent.
Okay. Roll.
But, like, are you sure you want to do that?
That's got a menacing energy to it.
I mean, from the sounds of it, this guy, his companion, is in grave danger, or at the very least, really lost. And I think we should probably help him, whether or not it gets us the key to the door.
Well,
That's just my moral
I don't think Walter would care.
Yeah, Doofenshmirtz is of the mind that, like, he just wants the key, like, saving a guy is collateral.
Walter wouldn't probably care about the guy, but he might do it just to, like, curry favor for a benefit. Also, he does love to blow things up.
Mario is just muttering next to Walter, you should blow that door up.
You know what? Fuck it. When else am I gonna use the thermite?
Yo, let's go.
We'll try.
Does Rufus notice that they're setting up Thermite like right next to the door he's knocking on?
You tell me.
Yeah, you got
He
it.
does. Okay, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll if he notices or not.
Yo, well, dive.
Roll to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
What roll is that? Is that
Deep dive is hot.
Okay, so let me check my. I think I have a -1. Hold on.
Awesome.
Okay, I have a 0 modifier on cards. It's just a flat D6.
Yeah.
Oh, he
no.
definitely does not notice.
He does not notice.
Alright, here comes the thermite. So close. I get to choose one. I get to choose one.
I'm tempted to affect the outcome by just hot wiring the crab grabinator to give it an extra push.
I can choose one still with strike to intent, and I can take control of the situation to blow a hole through the door.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright, you blow a hole through the door and are met with another door.
Give me my thermite back, you piece of
How much-
shit.
Wait, come on.
How much Rufus does the Rufus take from that? How much damage does Rufus take from that? Right in front of the door.
Have you ever seen what thermite does to a foot of steel?
Yeah, well, there's another foot of steel behind that foot of steel.
Yeah, but what
I
happened to Rufus?
gave you an out, man.
You did. Come on.
Dan closely
Boo,
inspects the
boo.
door.
Hey, Master, what happens to Rufus? 'Cause
Real-
he's definitely just made
railroading.
of like. He's not made out of several feet of
Well,
steel.
I mean,
What
it is
happens to him?
strange. It is strange that there would just so happen to be another door right behind that door.
Yeah.
I
But I-
suppose
DM
if
is
I-
railroading.
we should have seen that coming.
I
Dan
would offer
says
my
to the
2
group.
cents, though. I
Hey,
think
Master.
Rufus would at least take 1 harm from that.
Yeah, let's go with 1 harm.
Yeah, Rufus takes 1 harm. He was like, I don't know,
I think
goes
Rufus
flying
should be
and
set
gets
on fire
like
because
splats
he's
against the
player.
wall with like sound and like he has like swirly eyes. Takes 1 wound, 1 entire wound. I don't know.
Mario
And then
just-
the wash basin falls down from the rafters and
Wait, like the
makes him
wounds
dizzy.
from last session like carry over to this one? Actually, I forgot.
Oh, well, I said heal harm from last session.
Yeah, in between sessions, so you would only be at 1 harm.
What can't-
Mario says out loud, "This is bullshit." They're not even amused by Rufus being hurt.
You know, who does that? Who builds a door? Why behind the first door?
Stupid
A
door.
bad GM.
But explode. Like Rufus used like
Chemistry,
Rufus is
chemistry has
completely
never failed me so much as it has this day.
Rufus is completely
Apparently.
unaware that this explosion was caused by his own party because like stupid exploding door.
The people who built this cave clearly wanted to keep us out of it.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to find more explosives or find that key held by whoever the hell that guy is.
I have a feeling I know which one's more likely.
You're right. Wicker's gonna have to cause a bigger explosion.
I'm down for that. You know what? We should start looking for gunpowder materials.
Now that the door is only half as thick, Dan is seriously considering whether or not he can break it with his bare hands.
Well, no, you broke the door. It's just there was another door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the door's half as big.
Or the door that was twice as thick that we didn't know was twice as thick. Now it's half as thick. Why didn't we just, like... I'm sure the rock in the cave wall is probably weaker than the door. Why don't we just...
Hold on. I'm the Worm Lord. I could just dig through the entire cave.
Alright, well, while the Worm Lord is busy psyching himself up to ruin the plans for this session, Dan's gonna take Flint Cragley aside and whisper, "Listen, my friends are a lot more selfish than I am. You wouldn't happen to have any, like, other things in your pockets you'd be willing to give them as a reward for doing the right thing?"
Flint Cragley says, well,
masking.
unfortunately, I do not have anything with me right now, but if you can rescue my crew, they have a key to that other door.
Well, the good thing we got rid of the first door, so then we can use the key to open the second door.
Dan turns around and immediately says, he says he'll give us a big load of money if we go save his crew right now.
There's those flowers.
Cragley's
You know,
just
I was
quietly
listening,
sweating
right?
behind that. Behind.
Try again whenever he offers gunpowder.
Wow,
Did I say money? I meant gunpowder.
Money means nothing in this world.
There's those
Yeah,
flowers.
money meant nothing according to...
Goddamn Floro Sapien Society never accepted me for who I am. Never let me in.
I'd like to become a worm and burrow around the door with magic.
Okay, roll for magic.
Okay.
While this is happening, Ryo's just next to Dan and just does so. Let's find that key.
Yo, let's go.
11.
Yo.
Let's fucking go.
Do you think someone's begrudgingly comes along for the ride for, like, key discovery?
Alright, okay, so you burrow into the ground and around the door and you pop up on the other side only to be met with
Please don't say another door, I swear to God.
chunks.
Okay.
Builders
shit.
put a layer of bedrock there to prevent you from burrowing around.
And Chunks looks a little different. He's got some leaves popping out of his head.
Finally, a fellow Florian. Hello there. Please take us to
am I only Walter is privy to this information right now as it's like through the worm torno? Like, this is Walter doing reconnaissance.
I guess Walter and whoever chooses to go through the worm tunnel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rufus gonna go through the worm tunnel.
Okay, well...
He's gonna look at the flowers. Chunk's gonna be like, finally, a fellow compatriot. Please take me to your, our leader.
And Chunks just looks and bellows, broccoli! And
I'm going to burrow back through and yell at everyone else that I found the other side of the door. And that there's a big fucking guy on the other side.
Okay.
There, like, is this something I said?
He's talking about broccoli. It'll be fine.
I mean, he's running towards you two.
Oh. Well, this is unfortunate.
Does Chunks think?
I'm imagining that the time frame is like Walter burrows back to warn us, like moment because Stevenson like, wow, gotta hope he gets caught.
I'm just imagining Walter pokes his head out and like the tail of his like worm body or his leg or whatever gets grabbed by Chunks and he's just slowly dragged back.
I'm just imagining he's like casually telling us this, and then back through the worm tunnel you can see her rapidly approaching.
Does Chunks think like Rufus is a Florian, or does he just see past his clever disguise?
I mean, Chunks doesn't think right now.
I see.
Just says
It's
don't
probably.
think thinks in general.
I mean, it's probably worth mentioning. In his current state, he can be recorded.
All right, I'm gonna roll for mastery to see if Rufus gets out of the way in time. Like
push to squash, I suppose. Damn, I can't believe I've already used up the fucking cassette on a regular ass floor station now.
Okay, so
I'm
let's see
saving my shit
if
up.
Rufus gets trampled or not, like a little flower.
Yo, that is a so yeah. Push to squash. Take one choice from any other basic move list.
Unless I'm doing this wrong.
Rufus,
Tell me once.
there's not enough space in the tunnel. You're gonna have to eat your way out.
Okay.
Luckily, I've been eating dirt my whole life.
I guess Rufus is
Yeah, you're
like
a professional
like
at eating dirt at this point.
Rufus. Okay, I guess it's Rufus stage left pursued by your Chunks. What happens now?
Sorry, say that
What do
again.
you want for dinner tonight, babe?
Rufus just gonna Rufus, I guess, rolled successful to run away. So it's like stage left pursued by your Chunks out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
On a successful push through squash, you get to pick a move for free from any other basic move list. So like strike with intent to subdue, or have a chat, or like cast magic or something. Like just do something from there for free.
Can I try okay, this is stupid. Can I try and chat Chunks down because I am a flower and he's a flower? It's probably not gonna work, but Rufus is kind of
Well,
stupid.
you did get the success on push through squash. I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, sure.
Right, have a cat.
Hey,
option.
Chunks, buddy, I'm one of you now.
Convince them of something.
Asparagus?
Take me. Yeah, Chunks, we're on the same side now. We're both flowers. Like, I don't. It's in like, you know what they say, right? Like, two leaves good, two legs bad, right? Or sapien, buddy.
Cabbage?
Buddy? Yeah, cabbage. You're cabbage. I am and cauliflower.
Cauliflower! He,
All right. Cabbage, we need you to like open the doors and let me take these these prisoners to you know.
He pulls out
when
a
you have all the
Chunks pulls out a tea kettle and offers you some tea.
Okay, I'll get some tea then. Agroof is gonna like move his little flower body to pick up the cup and take a sip from it. What does it taste like?
Grass.
So like,
I wasn't listening to that one coming.
I don't like
Have
this.
some leaf water.
He's gonna be like, I kinda like this. Please, serve me more cabbage.
Chunks pours you some more.
Rufus is gonna keep drinking the grass tea alongside of chunks or cabbage. Hey guys, it's okay. I'm having a tea party.
Well, it seems that he's sufficiently distracted, let's say.
Oh, cabbage. Now that we're having tea, what can you tell me of your leader? I mean, our leader. I am definitely not an outcast. This was a mistake. They left me out by accident, and I absolutely know that they're willing to welcome me back with open leaves if I come back to the community.
Chunks nods politely and says, "Spinach."
Okay, what does the rest of the
Meanwhile, I
party
think
do?
for like the gang that's actually trying to find the key, what's going on with Dan and Doofenshmirtz and maybe Bio?
So you're looking for the key?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
you know what? The music compels me. You find a minecart down one of the
Oh.
tunnels.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we're gonna Minecraft, right?
Rest in peace.
Leave this one to me. I'm an expert. Dan has never ridden a minecart in his life.
Oh well, please go ahead. Expose your minecart state.
Alright, I'm gonna do a deep dive to try to understand the mechanism that propels this minecart.
Oh, God. There we go.
It's called gravity.
Right.
Yeah, do you think Dan's gonna know that?
What is this
You're
force
telling
under
me-
my feet?
Yo, let's go.
Luckily, I'm an expert at gravity.
You may ask 2 questions and the GM must answer honestly.
Alright. How do we make the minecart go?
Push it.
That's not gunpowder.
How do I make myself look really cool while doing that?
Ah,
Put on some shades and hold your hands up in the air and scream, "Woo!"
Alright, that's what Dan's gonna do.
Oh, hell yeah. I think
It is
Doofenshmirtz
really cool.
I think Doofenshmirtz is going to be like.
Hell yeah!
I think Doofenshmirtz is going to be legitimately impressed by that. Like, close one opinion on Dan Hibiki.
Yes! Are you implying that you bought into my hype?
I think so, yes.
That my link move activates?
Yeah, let's go.
That's whenever. Wait,
How
that's...
does forming a link work if you already have a link with someone? Do you just move them to a different spot?
Either that or like, depending on like the link type, I would either say move it to a different spot or lock it maybe.
Yeah, because I currently have a heart with Doof, but it says if someone buys into your hype, make a mastery link with them.
So, Game Master, can I make a light link with cabbage?
Oh, cabbage? Of course.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling Ochunks while I listen to play.
But would you
the
say
game calls
this
him O
mine-
Cabbage.
would you say this minecart is a cool toy for Dan?
Oh, sure.
Because that would activate Doofenshmirtz's
yeah.
link move when someone has a cool toy, gain a mastery link with them.
Awesome.
This is... Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move Dan Hibiki to mastery.
Alright, cool. I've moved Doof to mastery as well.
Awesome. That's bonding.
My heart stat has become even worse.
My mastery has become so much better though.
Your mastery's become insane for this early in the game.
Yeah. It's because people keep having cool toys.
So you all have one hell of a minecart ride, and you reach the end, and you see a Kragnon with a boom mic cowering in fear behind one of those tall mammoths from earlier, but it's covered in flowers. And something about it seems to rattle something in your heads.
Doofenshmirtz is going to think on that, and despite the lowered heart stat, I think I'm gonna try once again for a deep dive to fully understand the situation.
Okay.
Alright, 7. So that would be let me double check that. Deep dive. I ask one question and get either an honest answer or ask 2 questions and one of the answers is a lie. I'll just do the one question of like, what is the full ramifications of this flowered mammoth?
Okay, it is 2 entities fused together.
Well, to make my guess on the situation, I have to say that whatever the hell these flowers are doing, it's acting like some form of parasite leaking off of the home.
Also, sorry, I forgot to roll to actually do the
Lightning.
the making a link with cabbage.
Yeah.
There's
So
gonna
if
be a
we
link.
remove the flower, then this mammoth should go back to normal. Which either should make it docile or try to kill it.
I rolled the 2 to make the light link without chunks.
We walked past.
So that's
a bunch
where
of
I
these
decide what
mammoths.
the link is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a heart link.
Whatever it is, it's not what was intended.
Was it? Yeah, because it was going to be a light link, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a heart link.
Okay.
Oh, cabbage makes you introspective now, I guess.
Yeah, Rufus starts like well
He starts
the rest
thinking-
are having like this epic adventure, like Rufus just like suddenly like starts like basically trauma dump to fucking cabbage.
Yeah, we're gonna come back and he's gonna be
He
like,
was found in the
you know,
garbage
I
as a
think it all
baby.
started when I was born, and then cabbage is gonna be like, arugula?
I was found in the trash as a baby. I never knew my father, and nobody really likes me, despite whatever I try to do to make people like me. I don't know. Tell me, he just goes on trauma dumping.
Meanwhile, fucking Doofenshmirtz and Dan in a situation staring down a fucking mammoth.
Yeah.
So hang on, is the mammoth currently behaving violently?
Well, it's charging at you. So...
That's a yes.
That is a yeah.
You can draw your own conclusions, but...
Yeah.
Unrelatedly, roll for initiative.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Everyone except me, because I'm having tea.
I'm still playing in the dirt over by their little
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, Leah, what do you say, Ryo isn't? Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, that
I
Doofenshmirtz...
haven't had a chance to say fucking anything.
I'm sorry.
Do you think if Rio eats the flowers, the mammoth will go back to normal?
That's what I was made for.
My perception of you at this point is just a teething child.
That's not a half bad idea. Alright, Let's have Doofenshmirtz first. What do I want?
Worth mentioning, currently you cannot record this mammoth.
Right. That's an interesting implication with how the flowers interact with creatures.
Yeah, so we've got the flowers that make the mammoth unrecordable, and then we've got the sprout that makes Ochunks recordable.
Yeah. Well, let's go for the old classic of Doofenshmirtz becoming Frost Ace and doing some ice magic. There's a +3 to mastery.
That's a good idea. Mammoths resist ice,
But the
flowers are weak to it.
Yeah. So the Doofenshmirtz is going to transform and just weird the flower on top of the mammoth, like specifically aiming the ice magic towards the flower.
I mean, it's worth mentioning this mammoth is covered in flowers.
Right. I thought it was
talking
like using the flower specifically, but trying to leave the mammoth like a separate from the.
It's just like covered in plant material, leaves, flowers, some vines.
Oh, right then. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit more. How would I spread the ice out in that case? What would Doof do?
WWDD.
Would you allow like the fucking like there's still being a cast magic, like if I say forming and like say like a knife out of ice to chop away at the flowers with the ice knife?
Sure.
I was thinking you just like frost over the plant parts, and the mammoth would be fine because they got that hairy shit all over
Yeah,
them.
maybe, but like just chopping away with an ice knife and just maybe freezing other bits of the plant life as like splash effect, basically. I mean, it's a full success anyway. I think I'm allowed to be a little.
I would like to point out you are doing this to a currently charging mammoth.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Doofenshmirtz activates Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz trips the mammoth.
But anyway, ice knife. Use the plant, chop the plant, do a good job of like deflowering the mammoth.
So is that a deal great
I'm gonna
harm?
need you to rephrase that.
Yeah, I realized that as I said that. Unplanting the mammoth.
Yeah, don't do a Toby Fox.
Anyway, so I will say for cast magic, that's just like just trying to get as much of the flowers off as possible with one action.
Okay, so that's God, I wish magic and was like right next to that the strike with intent. Okay, so yeah, the mammoth is now like covered in ice and significantly less plant material. There's still a lot of stumps there.
Yeah,
because it was growing out of the mammoth.
Yeah, so it's time for Ryo's turn.
I'm going to jump onto the mammoth, tear out the roots with my own goddamn teeth.
Okay.
And eat them.
Roll for teeth.
Yeah, I don't. This sounds like a. I feel like this is strike with intent.
I could see it as intent or subdue, depending on how you frame it, but if you wanted to be intent, we can go with that.
Okay.
Teeth with intent.
Strike with Hungy.
Oh, let's go.
Alright, so,
take control of the situation. I don't know, defend from harm. Maybe I don't know if it's struggling. Keep it from me eating fruit. I don't know.
So defend from harm and strike.
No, take control of the situation.
Okay. Okay, so you deal 1 harm, and I guess the mammoth is temporarily incapacitated, so I will have the mammoth skip the next turn.
So that falls upon Dan.
Okay. Dan and his shitty little orb that he turns into don't really have many tools to affect the situation in the same way that Jack Frost does. So he also just opts to be his own damn self and use the Saikyoryu flower picking technique to gently pick flowers off of the mammoth's hide.
Okay.
I don't know what that would be. Strike to subdue?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. Alright, cool. That's a -1. Let's
Awesome.
go.
Let's go, Dan Hibiki.
If there's one thing that Dan is good at, it's being shitty at his job, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, a 5 is not great.
Correct.
Strike to subdue. Failure is, why isn't it with the stuff? Does it just fizzle, or?
In first edition, it usually take 1 harm as a failure, but I guess here it just doesn't really specify.
Well, I'm
you can
gonna
still have it take 1 harm if you'd like.
Or alternatively, you could, play it your way. You don't necessarily need to, like, follow the rules.
I mean,
to the T.
Due to the fact that that this mammoth is incapacitated, I'm gonna say there's no penalty.
Yeah, because
Dan's just really shitty at picking flowers. He pricks his finger on a thorn and, like, sucks it a little bit.
Oh, no.
So that puts us back at, Doof.
Yeah. What would we do here, Foreman got? I feel like probably Strike to Subdue, there's not many flowers left. It should theoretically be a lot easier to just remove the last little bits. Now be a 2d6 -1.
Okay.
That is also a failure.
Wow.
It would have been a failure with or without the -1.
I'm gonna say that the stun has ended at this point, so
yeah,
you're gonna take 1 harm.
Yeah, because Steven Smith's getting fucking whacked by the crunk of the mammoth.
Yep.
just as he tries to like get a better approach on it.
Dan with his oof oof owie finger ouchie, watching fucking Doofenshmirtz get blasted across the room.
Yeah. I mean, you're both
Back
having it
my
rough
own.
right now.
Yeah, we're about equal, I think, in terms of the harm inflicted upon us.
There we go.
Yo.
Now it's. I don't know why I wasn't recording. Okay. So that makes it Rio's turn.
Yeah. So how deflowered is this mammoth?
I'd say about 50% deflowered.
Alright. Ryos is going to ignore all pretenses of even eating the flowers and just start fucking yanking the roots out furiously.
Okay, that's definitely a strike with intent. You're pulling them out by the roots. A 9. Okay, that's what? God,
Yeah, I just choose one.
Yeah, choose
That's a
one.
normal success.
Yeah. I'll probably just defend again. 'Cause I imagine this isn't nice for them.
Okay, yeah, the mammoth kind of makes mammoth sounds in extreme discomfort. Now, I guess we didn't really establish who was going first between Dan and the mammoth.
Yeah, we didn't really need to last turn for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna have the mammoth go right now.
Okay.
Give it a little stun priority. So this mammoth trumpets and a bunch of vines start sprouting out of the ground and grabbing at whoever's closest, who I guess at this point would be it would probably be either Rio or Doof. Let's see, for the sake of I guess it'll be Rio. So that's gonna be a strike with intent, so oh, that fizzles hard.
I like to imagine Ryo just Ryo parries the vine by just fucking biting on it like he would a sword.
Yeah. You think she is? Hello?
Yes.
The 3-leaf
Oh, no.
style.
So that means it's Dan's turn.
Is it's so stupid. Is the vine currently still being held in place by Rio's teeth? Or has that since passed?
I mean, these
I
are
have to imagine this would be like immediate, basically.
Yeah, I think this is like immediate
Okay.
enough.
I would like to strike with intent the vine specifically.
Oh hell yeah! Go.
So my dark is +2 somehow. Don't know how that happened. I think the Mystic just like gives you a boost to your dark links from the start, and that's the only reason why.
Yo,
Holy shit!
Ooh.
wow. Okay. So, have fun.
yeah, fucking going
Yeah.
ham on that. What we got?
I mean, we're definitely unleashing like a 3-hit combo on the vine, obviously.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to harm an entire group,
Of vines.
and I'm not sure how to go about doing it.
Hmm.
How's the tea party going?
Is it time for the Koryuken?
Fuck it, so why not?
Alright. Dan unleashes one hell of a combo on the vine, dealing great harm, and then finishes up by jumping into the air in a fucking uppercut, shouting, I'm not gonna shout because I'm in a hotel room, but Koryuken.
Cool. Oh,
Just like fucking gently grazing a bunch of the flowers along the side of the mammoth, but through sheer strength of aura, dealing harm to them as well.
Okay, well, it's a good thing you picked that because the vine was not part of the mammoth.
Yeah.
But the damage you do to the mammoth causes the mammoth to sort of melt into a cloud of static, and then the cloud of TV static, and then the TV static takes the shape of a mammoth and a Florosapien, both looking a bit weathered.
I've seen this one before.
so I suppose that brings it back to boost. But does it even need to continue? Like,
Am I just on the ground then?
Yeah.
Okay. Ryo's hold. Presumably the vine is detached now, right?
Well, the vines were...
It's fucking gone.
Yeah,
Oh.
they melted into TV static.
Okay. I really want Ryo to hold the vine like a big fish.
I suppose, like, in the interim, Doofenshmirtz probably just thinking aloud and just saying aloud, I wonder how TV static tastes. Like, you haven't licked at your TV before? Like, those old cathode tubes.
I mean, it's really obvious here. It tastes like carbonated water.
Ryo is just
Oh, of course.
disappointed they disappointed that their dinner is gone.
Aww.
My intent was always to sever the vine so that it could be used as an improvised weapon, but that did not happen.
Well, this also works.
Admittedly, you would have just slurped it like a fucking pasta noodle, probably.
Yeah. Anyways, both of
Kirby and the eel.
Anyways, both of both the Florasapien and the Moose can be recorded.
Well, I don't have a blank cassette to go for that, so like.
I'm considering it for the Muth. Alright, consideration over. Dan records the Muth.
Nice. Roll a d20. Oh, that succeeds.
That move is hella recorded.
Finally, something that can keep up with my immense power.
I think it's to finish off the fight though, like assuming we're still going in initiative. Doof is going to attempt to throw the ice knife directly into the fucking head of the Florasapien.
Does Rio
It's like a 10.
have a cassette still or no?
Oh, they do.
Okay.
Well,
I thought about it after taking the muff, but like, really should have maybe given other people a chance to record something before immediately just going all in on it.
It's fine. I think it's funny that Ryo is just doing everything out of cassette.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, this fucking ice knife that Doofenshmirtz had formed is now fucking flying straight towards the head of the Florasapien. It's gonna pierce it straight through the forehead for great harm.
The Florasapien just... It doesn't have eyes, but you can tell it's just looking at the knife in his hand. It's just like... Dude, this is a bummer. And then, and then it falls over.
Gone down.
Alright, Doof, now's your chance. Make a pose and say something really cool.
Okay. No, I got nothing. That.
Alright, we'll work on that. We'll work on it.
I'll think of an ice coke later.
Alright, well, it's Rio's turn now.
I wish to grab the move by the trunk and attempt to yank it to topple it.
Okay, is that a subdue?
Intent.
Okay. It sounds like a subdue to me, but I'll allow it. Okay. You succeed in the art of Muth tipping.
Great.
And the battle is over.
As expected of the person I chose to be my rifle.
So the Kragnon with the boom mic, it's just like, brah, that was sick.
Okay.
I got
Who
separated.
is he directing this at?
I'm the sound person for the hit TV show Flint Cragley, starring Flint Cragley.
Oh, Rob Paulsons.
Have you considered renaming your show to Danny Vicky, starring Danny Vicky?
I will consult Flint Cragley about it. But if you could take me back to him, that would be great. I think he's waiting for me.
Yeah,
we've been looking for Flynn Quackley's associates, and also looking for a key of some kind.
No,
You don't happen to have seen one, would you?
I don't have a key. One of the others probably has it. Either Flint or, Hang on a second, I gotta check the wiki.
Just imagining the
Monzo.
Wow.
What a name.
Well, let's just pile in back in the minecart and be on our way then.
Are you all returning to where that worm tunnel is?
Yes,
Well, yeah.
I would say so, unless
at
people
the-
have other plans.
At the end of the minecart, can I like take a bit of like some of the crack on the minecart that's just scrap metal or materials?
Just start scraping some rust off of it.
I mean, sure, it's only going to kill whoever rides the minecart next. No big deal.
Oh, well, that
Isn't there? There's another lost friend though. Was there more cave beyond Sound Guy?
No, but there were two paths. And you took the one to Sound Guy. The other one is back
I'll
where
hold
Tunnel
off.
was.
Traveled by.
Yeah, I'll hold off on minecart stuff until we've explored both paths then.
We gotta make sure we don't kill ourselves.
There won't be a
Rupert starts picking up the track and Dan just slaps his hand. Put that down.
Wow, big one, Dingley. We should at least reunite the sound team with Flynn Quackley. And Doof leads the way back to the worm tunnel and Flint Quackley.
You see, okay. One question: is the tea party right next to Cragley, or is it deeper into the tunnel?
I kind of imagined it was deeper in the tunnel,
Okay.
but yeah.
I'd imagine there's at least like a peephole you can look through to just look at it from afar.
Oh, there's a big hole.
Yeah, it's a big peephole.
It's a man-sized, worm-sized hole in the wall.
Nice.
You can hear from like the other side of the wormhole. It's like, Cabbage. Cabbage. You're a very good listener. Has anyone ever told you that?
Basil!
I see we missed something pretty massive.
A seaweed.
I mean, we dealt
I
with
see
something
weed.
pretty massive.
smoke
Did
it.
you see the size of that mama?
I'm on a seaweed diet.
I seaweed and I smoke it.
Okay. Can I deep dive so I can convince Cabbage to help me open the door?
I mean,
For
Habitat would be more for convincing. It's the same role regardless as deep dive.
yeah, it's not
Like,
have chat.
Yeah, Habitat had convinced them of something.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll deep dive using my newly acquired link, my newly acquired card link with Chunk/Cabbage.
Yo, let's go.
That's one.
Hey, you needed it.
It's a
I think
moderate
that's a
success.
failure.
That's,
No, it's a
So
success.
6 or below is a failure.
May I
Yeah,
ask?
7.
Right. On a 7 to 9, I need something for you first. Alright, Game Master, what happens?
What would...
Out of character, I just thought it'd be very funny and fucked up if Old Gunks also realizes he needs the key.
You know what? Like Rufus is gonna be like, you know, Cabbage. I've been having a bit of a problem lately. You know, among all the other problems I told you about. See, we need this key to get through this door, but you know, it'd be ideal if we didn't need the key. Could you think maybe you could give me the key or open the door? Considering we're flower brothers, you and I. We get it. We get each other. Say, buddy. Buddy.
Oh gosh, yeah, no, I'm gonna need a moment here to think.
Alright.
While you think, I'm gonna get a drink.
All right. Cabbage. Cabbage looks at you with puppy dog eyes and just says, "Mistletoe."
Mistletoe? What does that mean?
Mistletoe? Is he asking for a kiss?
I think he's asking for a kiss.
Like it takes Rufus like 3 seconds to realize what's going on. Like, oh, I said we're flower brothers, not that way. But all right.
Ew, gross, gay, gross, gay, ew, gay.
And
Rufus is gonna be like, all right, all right, but promise me one thing, Cabbage. Nobody can know of this. He's gonna like squint his eyes and just like fuck her up, like.
I feel like no matter what happens, the party's gonna walk in on this.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's in the hallway. Also, I have all knowledge.
This is like he's gonna think like this is my key out of here and getting into the floral sapiens. I have to do this. I'm so tall. Do I have to make a roll to kiss chunks?
I don't think you need to roll for that.
I don't think you have to roll to kiss Chunks.
Yeah.
I think we can just let it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, this is definitely a heart link now.
Lock that link.
Lock that link.
Yeah.
Lock that link.
Yes, I locked the link. Link is locked.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god! It's good. Like the rest of the party goes down the tunnel. You'll see like Chunks and Rufus Flower just kissing each other in the mouth.
Fucking the sloppy kiss Yoshi Toad image.
Yeah.
It's a Rufus and Ocho.
Yeah.
Can I take this opportunity to record Chunks?
Fuck it, sure.
Yes.
Oh. That's a D20 roll though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
13.
Okay, I was gonna say 11 or higher, so that works.
Oh my
What happens?
god.
Well, you're racist, but at least you're not homophobic. Ryo says, while, quietly, recording Chunks.
Well, quietly adding Chunks to the Omnitrix.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So you now have an Cabbage tape.
Alright.
Wait, you got Chunks?
I mean, Chunks is still there. This is just a
Okay.
recording.
Yeah, this is just a cough.
Yeah.
Like both Chunks and Rufus like break the keys and open their eyes. What does Chunks say? Cabbage.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, I agree. Rufus is gonna stay back until he realizes that he was like everyone's just like watching like what just happened.
I don't care. I'm gay as hell.
We were having a bro kiss. Don't judge.
So like,
Yeah, nobody's judging.
so when you said you were gonna like get in with the Floro Sapiens,
Yeah, I mean, there's
It's pollen season, baby.
this is about as in as you can get, I think. So good job, you did it.
Difference gives us safety.
We saved a life today.
No, Cabbage. Now you help me.
It's okay. Rufus is so masculine. He sees O-Trunks as a woman. It's fine.
No, just like Baki's dad.
Yeah.
So okay, what does
Bin
Chunks
Laden
do now
dominant.
that this mistletoe happened?
O-Chunks just kind of goes charging in the other direction, where the other, member of the crew is.
Huh?
Right.
And,
So,
Hey, where are you
afternoon, I
going?
guess.
yeah, he just kind of charges through a bunch of, mooks on the way there. And, at the end of this long tunnel, there's a Kragnon with a camera. He's just like, oh, good Crag, what is that? Chunks just picks him up over his head and just starts running back towards you guys.
Thank you, Cabbage. Then, as that's happened, Rufus was gonna like to approach to Fensmir and tell him, "We'll all get the secret to the grave." Got it?
Yep, zip tight. My lips are sealed. Zip tight.
Dan approaches the cameraman.
I'm more annoyed
Hey
at the
there,
plan of yours.
I'm Dan and Vicky, and I've got a great idea for a new TV show.
Right,
Flynn
so-
Cragley is right there and says, "We don't care."
Oh.
All right, so,
Can I form a
so
heart link
Cabbage,
with Flynn Cragley?
Cabbage comes back with the missing crew member. What happens next?
Actually,
That could have been a good springboard to make a dark link with Flint Cragley.
I mean,
I'm,
was that...
I'm determining right now whether I see him as a rival or as a comrade in arms. Because we're both after that bag. We both got the same hustle, you know.
Yeah.
What's going on? I just got back from
Debating
getting a
forming
drink.
a dark link or a. Should Dan Hibiki form a dark link or a heart link with Flint Cragley?
That's only a question your heart can answer.
Or your dark.
All right, cool. Dark link.
I hate this piece
What's
of
the,
shit.
what's the-
man.
What's the roll to form a link? Is it just flat 2d6?
No, it's your stat now. It's just the stat associated with it now.
All right. I'm about to be the most evil motherfucker on the planet.
Yo, that plus 2 though.
I mean, it's it's in line with Dan and Vicky to just make rivalries with everyone.
Yeah.
6.
Heart link it is.
All right, we're forming a heart link with Flint Cragley. I'm mad at him momentarily, and then I realize he's just like me. Everyone everyone on this earth, everyone was put on this earth to seek. I got nothing for this one.
To seek that money.
Yeah.
Seek that
To seek that money, to get that bag, to grind for this view.
Well, that solves the problem of where the other guy is.
Flint goes up to Monzo and says, "Camera guy, it is great to have you back. Do you have the key to the door that I left with you?" And the guy's like, "Bruh, I had key, but then you said you lose this and took it back." Flint Cragley just pauses for a long moment there, and then reaches into his pockets and pulls out the key. It's like, by goodness!
Thermite for this?
By Crag! The key has mysteriously...
I blow up Cragley with Thermite.
By Crag, the key has mysteriously reappeared in my pocket! It is a miracle of the...
Okay, I'm disassembling the minecart now. You have fun with that. And
this is
just walks back a few feet because to start disassembling because the minecart could get the minecart scraps and rails.
If this is for the first door, I will kill you.
It is for both doors.
Oh no, that was in character to Cragley.
And that was in character from Cragley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So he unlocks both doors and leads you into the room where O'Chunks was. And then... And then opens the unlocked door right after it!
No!
We wasted stop time on that.
Walter starts headbutting the
We
wall.
didn't waste time. We saved a life today.
My worm powers were sufficient.
We
could've
saved
been
a
home.
life.
We saved a
Mr.
life.
White, Mr. White, a poor primitive man was in danger, and we saved his life.
We shouldn't have meddled in the affairs of history. His place was to die in the mines.
Shut up.
He yearns
Shut up,
for it.
Goofy from Kingdom Hearts.
So, you...
It's not
I
our place
prefer
to
not
meddle
to be.
in history.
I prefer not to be seen as like a hero or anything. I'm more of an evil scientist kind of guy.
So past that door, you encounter what looks to be a very gaudy palace. A gaudy palace hallway. Adorned with paintings of very fancy-looking flowers. You feel that something rattling in your head that was rattling when you saw that mammoth earlier. And you know this means that the Archangel has a lot of influence here. You don't know why you know this, you just do.
So, I'm assuming that
the Archangel has a lot of influence here.
You know, I was just about to say the same thing.
Funny you say that, huh? Because I was also about to say the same thing.
Okay, great.
So we're in agreement.
Is so Chunks, also known as Cabbage, following Rufus?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm very cocky nonetheless.
So is your boyfriend gonna like follow us for the rest of the campaign now? Is that what's gonna happen?
Alright, Cabbages, we have returned to our home. Now, all we've gotta do is infiltrate, reintegrate into society, and then we get whatever we want. But the so Chunks.
Chunks ponders deeply and then just responds to you with coleslaw.
You think we can like teach him words?
You're absolutely
You think if we
right.
try hard enough, we can-
We have
we
to
can-
go to their league. You are.
He's gonna run out of plan names eventually.
Look, I'm just waiting for him to say marijuana.
Well, now he can't say it because you've said it first, and it's not funny anymore.
You know, Polar Stall's a
Trumpets
bit,
pipes up
right?
in the background like Northern Lights Cannabis Indica.
Oh, I'm saying this out of character. Sorry.
It's okay, Ryo can still say it in character.
It's true.
In, out character, sideways of character.
So you hear a voice through a microphone. And realize there's speakers in the wall. And the voice says to you, "So, you finally made it, Dan Doofenshmirtz,
Yep, that's me.
Rufus, Walter,
My name is not Rufus. My name is Cauliflower. Yeah, my
And
name's Cauliflower,
the
and I'm one of you.
and the
If I'd
Pretender."
stopped playing in the dirt and just walked through the door, I would have been here a lot sooner.
Everyone's too busy to notice the fucking speaker outing me.
Yeah, no, everyone's just too busy bickering to notice the discrepancy.
Dan's just too jazzed that the boss knows his name.
I think Doofenshmirtz is in like a similar bar. It's like, I've been recognized for my evilness.
So at this point, no, sorry, I should just think character. Let's see how you fare against my royal guards, and then you and I can have a nice little chat.
Wait, hold on. You just say we're fighting your royal guards?
No, you don't understand.
Yes,
okay.
that's what
Can
the
I?
speakerphone just said.
You
Alright,
realize
can
we're in a story. We're gonna kill these guys, and then we're gonna kill you.
We're not. We're not.
Before you do that-
Walter
We're
just totally.
Walter,
broke the
this is
wall.
real
We
life.
become
Yeah, wouldn't that be
self-aware.
crazy if we had a character in this campaign who could just break the fourth wall? Wouldn't that be nuts?
Alright, okay. Actually, can I, what would I need to do? What kind of move would I have to do in order to convince... I suppose this is the Florosapien King?
Well, the Florosapien King currently cannot hear you. It's a one-way microphone.
Oh.
He has his
Dan's
AirPods
not
in.
realized
No
this.
plug.
Oh no,
He has
because
been
I wanted to
talking
try and
directly
convince
to the
him that,
speakers
okay, these
the
are,
entire
this, I am on your side, and like, this is my, I am Cauliflower, and this is, I am Cauliflower, and this is fucking Cabbage, and these are our prisoners. We are bringing prisoners to you. Is there a way to do that, or not yet?
Well, you can't even talk to them right now, so
Well, shit.
and now you are up against two Florosapiens that look just like the other ones, except they're a different color.
I'm familiar with this. I understand this tactic.
And I talked to these Florosapiens and convinced them that that I'm one of them, and these are my prisoners.
I feel like just out of eyeline, Doofenshmirtz is gonna catch on to Rufus's trick and also use his own Florosapien cassette and try and get in on this if needs be, and just try to help with like two seemingly Florosapiens.
Okay, I guess, roll for this one.
Yeah. Roll to convince them with heart.
Yep.
Alright, I rolled hard then.
If you don't roll to heart them, I'll roll to hurt them.
No, I can always affect the outcome for rolling good heart.
And this is, was this have a chat? Push through.
It's convince.
Convince.
Yeah, so have a chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I will try to affect the outcome to try and boost that a bit, using Dark, because that's the better stat I have. So just trying to boost that a bit. 10.
Hey.
Alright, so that I'm gonna use that to lift that roll from a 7 to 9 to a 10 to give the full boost of Habitat.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, I am cauliflower, and this is cabbage, and this is Rufus is gonna like nod at Doofenshmirtz name. Doofenshmirtz, your flower name.
Yeah, the lion.
What?
The lion.
And then the lion. We found this these disgusting intruders just outside the compound. We're here to process them as prisoners.
Okay. So, you convince them, and they talk to those other ones like, dude, you should ask the queen about this. The other's like, oh yeah, I'll go do that. Or no, sorry, not queen, king. And so one of them leaves to go talk to the king. And the other's just kind of chilling there with you guys.
So, my fellow friends, how's it going?
Oh! You must realize he hasn't thought further ahead than this and is trying to play it cool, play it chill.
So, like, okay. So, what, like, I guess Dan is whispering to the other human members of the group. Is her game plan to just get thrown in jail or what? Like...
Don't worry. I'll watch over you and make sure that you don't do anything untoward. Doomsmirtz turns to him like with a wink, with a sly wink, because hopefully playing it off as if the other actually Flowsapien believes his offering to be the god for this Gale cell, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's right. Silence, prisoners.
Dan's kind of feeling like doing something untoward right now.
What is the untoward thing?
Does Cabbage say something?
Yeah, he says fucking whey protein or something. I don't know.
Whey protein!
Whey protein. Yeah, what he said.
I guess Dan's gonna pretend to get rowdy. You know, he's going to pull at the manacles that he doesn't have on that would otherwise be keeping him from beating the shit out of the guards. You're lucky you're containing my power right now. If I released even 1% of my strength, this whole place would be in ruins. Thank you for making that. What? I hate
Rose
this.
blazing himself.
Hello, yes, my name's Dan Vicky.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's an old timer right there.
That's an old time.
Love wins.
Pictures that only make sense if you're part of the interstitial campaign.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I think I'll just, prepare the gale style. Yeah. And Cubans must just walk into like the main palace area.
Well, no, you're not being allowed in yet.
Okay.
And the other Flora Sapien, as just for turns, is like, all right. The guards are on their way. Wait, no, that's the wrong voice. All right, dude. The guards are like on their way. In the meantime, the king told me to give you this moss ball. And hands you a moss ball.
I'm gonna look at the moss ball.
And
Ryo stares at it for like
Thank God.
half a second and thinks it's like a food offering.
Yeah, Rufus like, yes, and I come on
And like,
offering for
he's
people.
gonna split it half and half with Rufus. And
Okay.
Rufus is gonna eat one half of the moss ball.
well, okay, so you try to split the moss ball, but there's something hard in the middle of it.
It's a Kinder Surprise!
Yeah, you're not.
Lee, were you trying to say something about the moss ball?
That's a free
Just
prize.
staring at it intensely like a cat.
What
Fucking
is in the moss
dog with the
ball?
cupcakes?
Well,
Yeah.
are you gonna try and dig it out?
I feel like after like digging it out and like distributing the moss to still be half and half.
Okay, well, like, as you're starting to dig it out, you hear a ticking sound.
Uh-oh.
What is that
You're
mysterious
not supposed to
fucking
take
noise?
Savage.
Okavage just stares blankly at you.
Maybe we should get rid of this.
Can I throw the moss ball at the wall?
It's been demossed. You still got moss to eat.
Okay, it's been demossed.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a bomb.
Bomb!
I
knew you would never accept our relationship.
The
devious.
the Florosapien guards seem as surprised as you guys.
Okay,
So
so does
how are we gonna get rid of this? Has anyone got any ideas?
is there like a chasm or something or hole we can throw it at?
I mean, there's other spots in the room you could throw it at.
Wait, hang on. I've got a funny-ass idea. I need to roll have a chat.
Okay.
Okay, Doofenshmirtz is going to go up to one of the guards. Like,
Oh, okay. I think I have an idea. Can you just take this and run away as far as you can?
Isn't
and
this
get
literally
the
a
bomb
Looney
back to
Tunes
one of the
bit?
guards.
Yes.
Doofenshmirtz hands the bomb back to one of the guards. Like,
Okay, just take this one as far as you can, that away.
and he points his like sleepy arm towards a random direction. Or better yet, towards the minecart that he had disassembled earlier.
I mean, that's not in this room.
No, but it's like in the general direction of like past the doors and whatnot.
Okay.
Guard gives a Looney Tunes ass
well-
response. I'll steal it.
The guard's like, dude, I know how to run. And picks it up and just runs in that direction.
Like, quick, to save the kingdom.
Doofenshmirtz then eats the moss that's been surrounding it for a job well done.
Hey, I wanted that. I
No, it's half
wanted
and half.
some of that.
Rufus does half as well. Rufus still has his half.
Yeah, Rufus gonna like
Sure,
eat
he
it.
ate
Like,
his half,
I,
and he's
prefer,
looking
I
for
think
more.
I like grass better.
Ah, well, no, it's got a good flavor to it.
Yeah, but grass tastes better.
I wonder if different
Well-
moss waters have different flavors.
Do you ever see the world covered in moss? No, it's grass.
We have an
this
expert in the chat, okay?
While this argument is happening, Ryo yoinks Rufus's boss and eats it while no one is looking. They just got moss on their mouth.
This seems familiar. Some sort of club for people who eat moss.
You know, this is not the second time an interstitial character I've played has eaten moss.
Moss eating babies club.
Has the bomb exploded yet?
Yes, and at this point the other guard is like, wait a minute. You aren't, you guys, like, aren't actually Florosapiens, are you?
We ate the moss, didn't we?
I'd say it's pretty fucking definitive.
So at this point, a battle is going to start.
Can I have a
What are you
chat with the
talking
other
about?
Florosapien?
Guys, stop! We're totally like dudes. Like we're totally like one of you dudes.
What'd you say, Dan?
Can I have a chat with the other Florosapien?
I guess.
Okay. Because I want to use my move. It's not lying. It's spicy truth.
Oh.
Oh. Spicy truth.
Did you not see your own king hand you that bomb? Isn't it clear that your king is trying to get rid of his own people? And I will. How does spending works in 2E work?
Same as in like 1A, like if it's not a locked link, then the link is just gone after being spent.
Trying to decide who to destroy permanently.
You have Flint Cragley.
But I just made that link. He means something to me. Alright, I spend my link with Flint Cragley.
Frank Claggery.
Flint Clagley?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So act as if you rolled a 10 plus, but they eventually find out that you've manipulated them. So that is some spicy convincing.
So the Florosapien just looks dumbfounded, or as dumbfounded as a single mouth can, and does nothing to stop you from entering the throne room.
What? That went better than I was hoping. Doofenshmirtz detransforms out of the Florosapien form and just feels out in his mouth because some of the moss, like just picks a bit of moss out of his teeth like a toothpick or something.
Oh shit, I forgot to save this as a PNG. Give me a moment. So, okay, you're entering the throne room, and, you see a really big flower just on the throne with, like, a bunch of little flower arm face things. The flower's like, So, you made it just on time. Welcome
That's
to my...
right, King.
Well-
Whatever.
Well,
We're gonna free our people from your tyranny.
yeah, that
Also,
is what...
shiny
That,
stuff. Also steal your shiny stuff, but that's
he's... Sorry.
he's gonna can you just like glance side to side like that's secondary.
The king is just going to not just gives you a bored look. Okay, and it's just like, yes, this is all going exactly as he predicted. Well, you are in my domain now, and I know all of your tricks and your secrets. You cannot hope to beat me or my elegance. You may as well give up and go home now.
Thermite.
You used your thermite already.
I know, I said you're lucky I used my
Oh,
thermite
sorry.
already.
If you think that you're undefeatable, you clearly haven't met Dan and Vic.
Really haven't met Thermite.
You clearly haven't met Dan.
You clearly
haven't met Dan Hibiki. Yes, I know.
Well, now you have. So, pleased to meet you, I guess.
Anyways, here we are.
Well, you're lucky that you're not a crab, otherwise I'd just be able to pick you up right about now. Doofenshmirtz stares longingly at the crab crabinator that's been rattling around in his storage of items.
So, where is my music player? Let's see. Clear the playlist. So, let's roll for initiative.
Okay.
Initiative.
Let's go, 3!
9! Let's go! That's a new record for me, I think.
Oh shit.
Well,
I know the 4!
we're
Okay,
all
I have a
kinda
question.
dog spit here.
What's your
Do
question?
I roll or do you roll?
We almost went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Also, Game Master, do I roll for chunks or do you roll for chunks?
Go ahead and roll for O-Chunks.
Okay.
It's funny that Ochunks is still palling around with us. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
13.
Okay,
That's, King Crocus first.
Yep, King Crocus is gonna start by, sending a bunch of, like, rosy shurikens at, let's go with, Rio. That's gonna be a, strike with intent. That is a 7.
Mm-hmm. Some of my favorite songs from Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, it's good.
Chapter 5 in general is just really good music.
So I'm gonna choose harm an entire group.
All right.
So we all take a harm.
All right, Rufus is at 2 harm right now.
I was
Sorry, what?
I was going.
Lee?
Oh, I was gonna ask about defending from harm.
I think that's been rolled in to affect the outcome.
Oh,
Yeah, looks like it.
well, ask about affecting the outcome, I guess.
Yeah.
When something happens and you really rather it didn't, turn back the clock and roll with either light or dark.
On a 10 plus, you can either give lift to someone or prevent an accident entirely. On 7 through 9, you can allow them a reroll or slow them down for the moment. You can spend harm or take harm or spend the link to get the 10 effect. On a miss, you've opened yourself up to consequences and make things worse. So if you wanted to do that, go ahead.
Alright, can I do that?
Yeah?
Alright, I'll roll with dark.
Well.
Can I spin a link?
So reroll,
I mean, it looks like that's paired with 7 to 9.
Hang on. I know in first edition you can. Oh wait, yeah. At any point before or after your roll, you can spend a link to reroll the lowest die. That's under spending a link. So yeah, you can spend a link to reroll the 2.
Right. I'll forget. I'll spin my link for Rome.
What even was the context of Rome? I've already
All
forgotten.
the roads. It was something like all the roads relate to Rome back in like the cassette beasts world or something.
Yeah.
When you would think it's funny to form a link, do so, and then leave form with fucking Rome.
Yeah, so goodbye, Rome link. Hello,
Goodbye, you've forgotten Rome.
Alright, re-rolling that too. Alright.
Alright,
That's a
we
good
got
reroll.
full success, baby. That's a 10.
Is it?
10.
Oh, yeah,
not
it is.
6 plus 3 plus 1.
Alright. I would say Ryo uses their O-Chunks cassette and just like parries and just like swats the shurikens away.
Okay.
Also, another thing, hey, check out my sheet. The move I got from the advancement.
Oh, ice thing.
Can I summon the essence of Rome?
Yes. Essence of Rome.
So what? I would just turn the land of the Cragnons into Rome.
Or someone
No, I
Rome.
will summon part of Rome.
The essence of Rome.
Well, what part of Rome are you summoning?
I
They
don't
saved the
know.
Acropolis where the Parthenon
Roman?
is.
Can we get like some Roman soldiers?
Can I
in
get
here?
like a Spartan or some shit? I don't
Those
know.
are great.
Drop the Parthenon on them.
Or you could do like fucking Rockabilly, where like the spirit of the age has awoken. It's just like something that represents Rome or something, like a big ass fucking Caesar statue like appears or something. Or...
I mean, I feel like this is up to the GM.
Yes. A pizza.
Jeez. Okay. I mean, do you want to be in the Roman Colosseum?
Do
Do you want just a
will there
chariot?
be lions and shit?
Do you want just a chariot to appear?
Yeah, we can have a chariot.
Okay, this would just be the chariot.
Yeah, alright, that's
Okay, so a chariot appears.
Awesome.
fine. Wait, what if the flavor of the chariot lands on the shurikens?
Fuck it, sure. The chariot lands on some shurikens.
Why it was just stood there emotionless this entire time. We have a chariot now.
Awesome.
Baller.
Wait.
I just had a really funny idea.
Yeah.
I'll wait until it's my turn.
Whose turn is it?
I think it's old Chunk's net.
It's a Chunk's turns. Alright,
Actually, like, hang on,
This
genuine
word.
question.
I control
Is
Chunk.
it just... It's just the chariot?
It's
Nothing
just-
else? Not like...
I mean, that's what was agreed upon.
Okay.
I'm not good enough in negotiation to also get the horse.
Okay, so
Part of me is imagining why I was saying that in character.
okay, what am I supposed to do with a Chunk?
Meanwhile, in another time in Rome, there's just their chariot vanished and they just tumbled to the ground and just rolled along the pavement.
They stay floating in midair because the collision detection hasn't registered that the chariot is gone yet.
I gotta remake the historical army with Revenator.
Alright, yeah, I'm actually gonna put those chunks in your hands, because I like, chunks is just like Rufus's quote-unquote boyfriend right now, not so much that I can control him, as much as like, I don't know, I feel like chunks should do it a thing. I just don't know what. I guess Punch King Croak is really fucking hard.
So is that going to be a strike with intent?
Yeah, I just don't know Chunks' status. It's like
Well,
stats.
the stats are just going to be 0.
Okay. Seven.
Okay. So that's choose one.
Alright. Chunks is gonna hold on. Hold on. Do it again. Alright, so Chunks is going to deal 1 harm to Crocus.
Okay.
Feel free to describe what he does and what he says.
Crocus just scoffs in disgust.
I mean, short chunks.
I don't think Chunks says anything. He might pose.
I guess that's the chunks' turn. He just goes smash. Because I thought it was gonna sound like broccoli or something like that. Yeah, that's the next turn then.
Yeah, next is Dan Hibiki, I believe.
Yes.
Alright. It's time to do the funny. Dan rushes over to the chariot and puts the reins around himself and then uses his new cassette to transform into the muff.
Oh my god.
He motions
Oh my
with
god,
his new trunk for someone to get the fuck in.
Oh, that's
right now.
that's brilliant.
The Doofenshmirtz is gonna take that signal and climb into the chariot immediately.
God, I would love just like a.
Oh yeah!
I would just love like a
yeah.
Photoshop version of just this scene right here.
All right. How do we handle a combo attack?
It'd be like lift or something. I don't really know.
I kind of want to, even though my turn is even though Doofenshmirtz's turn is afterwards, I feel like what if we both rolled at the same time for like an attack or something? You allow
Sure,
that?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I'll go for the good old magic.
Alright. I'm gonna make use of my big fucking body, I guess.
Yeah, let's go.
Although I suppose I could just roll to lift your roll, but it's not like you need it because you're a genius.
Yeah. But you can do good roll, I guess.
Yep.
Good fall.
Rolling with dark.
Yo, we are so in. We
Holy
are
shit.
trapped beyond belief. So what's our combo move gonna be? Like,
I mean, it's got to
obviously you've got
incorporate the
Dan-
chariot in some way.
Yeah. I feel like if Doofenshmirtz being as Frost Ace squeezes the chariot area around him to be like create like an ice like a morning star type of like cell around the chariot to just like stab as well as freeze. How do you feel about that?
I guess. Yeah. I guess Dan's just gonna do the funny, like, helicopter trunk swing that the actual muffs do.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be his part of the attack.
And Doofenshmirtz creates like a cell of ice around the chariot. It's like kind of like a icy morning star type of thing.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Like, the way I'm thinking about it is like kind of like this, but ice and the stickers, the crunk be flinging the chariot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. So I'm not driving the chariot. I'm literally
you're
throwing
throwing it with your
you
throne.
in the chariot at Crocus.
Yeah, let's go with that. So I
was
I
thinking
feel
that like
my
I was
magic
thinking that you were like. I was thinking that you were going to attack from the chariot while we pass by Crocus.
No, I was going with the idea of using the chariot as the weapon. possibly.
Okay, let's go with that then.
Yeah,
You're the one in charge of the magic. I'm just the
light.
light.
I use my magic accent to basically make the weapon more dangerous in a sense. So I guess it's your attack accent that will determine how impactful this is. So how do you want to
Well, I did roll my attack action. It was 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how do you want to use that strike with intent?
I guess I'm gonna get up to full speed and do a full chariot circle, and then as I'm passing by Crocus, just fucking like whip the chariot so that it slams directly into him.
Yeah. I feel like this could be a defense from harm, as I am like encasing the cutting knife to at least protect myself and maybe also Dan. But this is definitely a deal great harm at bare minimum, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah. So like deal great harm and defend from harm?
Okay, well that
Let's go with that.
certainly does quite a bit of harm. King Crocus does what he can to mitigate like how much it hurts, but it hurts a lot. So that would leave it at whose turn now?
Rufus is next. As I already used my turn, I guess I'll skip when it would normally come up to my turn anyway, so Rufus is up.
I was gonna be like, yeah, bitch, I won't let you have all the fun. You hit me, and Rufus is going to. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm assuming like the chariot just left without Rufus or something. Unless he's on the chariot.
Yeah, the chariot is a Dan and Doof endeavor.
Okay. Yeah, Rufus is gonna just like do the like I'm gonna do my ultimate attack and he's just gonna like throw his little head at Crocus. Is this how it works? I think this is how it works. He says.
Just not take control of that hand.
I'm
The
assuming
ultimate
it's
attack.
Behold, my
Yeah, but
ultimate
like you
attack.
have a human head. You have a human head though. You don't have a flower head.
I know, it's still funny though.
Yeah. Oh, it's very funny.
Roll for dark. I was looking. Oh, shit. Alright, for rolling for dark, that's just 0. Kinda funny, I rolled the dark and I ended up having more heart than anything else.
As it goes.
36. 9.
That's still pretty good.
Alright, I am choosing something different. It's because. So, what's gonna happen though? Okay. I will leave this up to you, both because it's potential for like some sort of comedy, and also because it could get closer to Crocus. So my idea is like, okay, like Rufus tries to do his like ultimate like head throwing attack, but he's gonna miss, but instead he's gonna like make it so that his head is gonna like block damage from the chariot.
Block damage for who?
Like for the chariot. Like next instead of damage towards the chariot is gonna get blocked by Rufus instead.
Okay. So a protect from harm?
Yeah. Defend from harm.
Defend, yeah.
Alright, as I pretty much already used my turn for the combo attack, I suppose that would be Ryo next.
Yeah. I'm willing to say I already did my move with the chariot.
Okay, then that would
So
go to
Alright.
then.
Alright, well, every chariot needs a horse.
Like the moose?
So I'm
You
gonna.
got one.
Like the moon.
So I'm going to make a giant stone horse and drop it on him because that's all I'm good at is dropping rocks on things.
Drop, Nacho!
So I'm gonna make a giant stone horse and just drop it on his ass. 10.
Let's go!
When did we determine, that earthworms are capable of geomancy?
Session 1.
Session 1.
Mission 1, yeah.
While we were fighting
Because
the
otherwise I would be worthless.
That's not true.
I mean, that was back when you were just normal ass worms.
Yeah, you were just normal worms then. Now you're a big worm.
Now I'm a big standard.
Big stone horse being dropped onto Crocus incoming.
Okay, so what does that do?
Well, crush his stupid flower faces.
Does
Probably the big one in the middle.
I mean, strike with intent. You choose
That's
two.
magic.
Oh, magic,
Well,
right.
this
magic.
would be magic. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You crush King Crocus with a horse.
Oh,
He has this look of shock on his face, like this wasn't supposed to happen. But he is.
Big gangsta to the horse start falling.
He's still kicking. But enough about him. Now the Florosapien from earlier comes in and attacks. Was it Dan who lied?
Dan did convincing.
Okay, yeah.
That.
So he attacks Dan as a strike with intent.
Nope.
Sorry, hang on. The Florosapien guard.
Yeah.
That you convinced from earlier.
Yes.
Probably what wised up and figured out the rules.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not doing a very good job of attacking them.
I'm gonna use my move. I would never lie. When you are caught lying, roll mastery on a 10+. You get out of it,
Oh.
if
Just
possible.
capitalizing off it.
Otherwise, I'll just take the harm.
No, you don't even take harm. That was a fail roll.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm rolling mastery.
Awesome. You're just doing some wordsmithery mid-fight. Awesome! You get out of it without a hit!
yay!
Okay. The Florosapien realizes you were genuine.
Yeah, I always keep it 100. No.
But only you.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah,
it's
that's fair.
It's now, I think, King Crocus's turn.
yeah. He's going to start hammering with his face arm vine things.
Well, thankfully, Doofenshmirtz is pretty well protected in that big ball of spiky ice.
And he's focusing on the big ball of ice because it really fucked him up. And it doesn't do a whole lot.
You can just hear muffled through the ice because Doofenshmirtz like, oh, yeah.
You're noticing King Crocus is getting more panicked.
Now it's old Cabbage's turn after that.
with fucking him up.
Hey, can I
Yeah.
posit something?
What's
Sure.
up?
Can I, as transformed as O-Cabbage, do like a bro move with the real one?
A bros move?
Yeah.
I
Oh, I
mean,
thought you meant the bro move that happened earlier.
But like,
I guess.
O-Cabbage, fucking.
Cabbage.
I'm going to turn into O-Cabbage. I look the exact same as O-Cabbage, except my face is despondent. And I just go up to O-Cabbage and solemnly nod. And now what I want to do is grab his arm, have O-Cabbage jump up in the air, and then I just like flail him into Crocus.
Okay, roll.
Alright. Obviously this is an attempt. Why did that happen? Okay, I'm rolling.
You know what? I'm gonna add some more songs to this because this is getting a little loopy.
Well, that's a 7.
Actually, no, I won't. Okay.
And I'm gonna probably just deal great harm.
Okay, you deal the great harm by chunking Crocus.
Yeah, that would be gunking. That do be gunk.
Get chunked on!
Well,
Okay.
time.
You want to just do a repeat performance?
Oh god.
Take the chariot around for another pass.
The ice is probably still there. Probably don't need to do the magic again. You probably can just slam the ice ball once again into Crocus with like a swipe within 10.
Alright, then that is what I'm going to do.
8.
8. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do a great harm. Why not?
Heck yeah.
Okay, Crocus is struck down again, some petals have started falling off, and Crocus is starting to mutter, "This isn't what's supposed to happen."
Ruthless.
This is all wrong.
You know what else is going? Your face. Rufus says, thinking he's saying something clever.
You can hit
And that's true.
You can hit some muffled like affirmative like got from doing something as if like he did find that somewhat of a good day. It is muffled by the ice though, so it's up to you whether Rufus actually heard that or not.
No, he didn't.
So we got Dan done. So now it's
Eat shit, plant. What are you gonna do? Soil yourself? Dun, 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 dun.
So wait, so is it Rufus' turn now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So apparently that little move like didn't matter because none of you took harm anyway. So. Rufus is going to roll for Dark to strike again with intent. Using this stupid little move. Or actually, no, I have a better idea. One second. Can I spend? And by spend I mean like have it like on cooldown my link with Ochunk so that we do like a combo move together. Or actually no, I'm wrong. Like I can use that to reroll stuff. Never mind.
Yeah. Like if you
Then
need
when
to spend a link, then that is just put on cooldown until you roll a 10 plus with the associated stat.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna spend my roll with Ochunk. So Rufus is gonna try to like attack, do the whole thing with like his head and throw his head at Crocus, but he's kind of like gonna miss. But as that happens, Cabbage is gonna like jump and grab Rufus as like spinning head, like change its direction by throwing it like a frisbee at Crocus. Hopefully this works. Wait, hold on. It's all of them or just one of them? One dice. Let me check.
It's re-roll the lowest die, so you're re-rolling the 1, so roll 1 more d6.
Okay.
That's a 9 then.
Yay! I choose to do great harm.
Okay, you do the great harm with your face speed.
Face, like I'm gonna aim straight at like Crocus's neck. If I can decapitate him in case this is like the finishing blow.
Crocus.
He is covered in birds.
Yeah, I mean, you could try that. I guarantee, though, you will take harm.
It's fine. I mean, I already rolled for a great deal of harm.
Okay.
This would put Rufus at 3 harm if he takes harm.
The only harm that matters is the last one, as they say.
Wait, 3 harm?
No, he took 1 harm from the Thermite explosion.
Oh,
he took
you
another
haven't been
harm
updating.
from.
Okay.
He took another harm from the. He had to do. Yeah, the previous Crocus move, I think.
No, the first focus attack that was done on everyone was mitigated from the chariot falling on thing.
Oh.
Okay, so that's 2 harm then.
I still think. I'd say still 3 harm because he was far away from the chariot. It wasn't close. Fine. Yeah, what happens?
Okay.
Game Master.
So, Rufus's face hits Crocus right under the flower stem, and his head just tumbles to the ground.
We did it.
Broken Doofenshmirtz emerges from the ice prison he has contained himself in and disengages the transmission because shivers a bit because from the sheer proximity to the ice.
The remaining
Speaking of
Florosapien just runs to. The remaining Florosapien runs towards King Crocus and says, "King Crocus, speak to me, man!" And Crocus just looks at him and is just like, This is not what the seer said would happen."
Okay, spare the beans. What's this here you're talking about?
Sorry, I have to go because I haven't eaten dinner yet, and things are gonna start closing.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably wrap things up for the session then, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
I could end on a cliffhanger here in like 2 minutes if that works. Does it?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So,
Yeah, that works.
the King Crocus says, looks at you all and just says, "Was I betrayed?" And then you hear rumbling, and the floors, walls, and ceilings, they all start cracking, and giant vines emerge from the from the cracks and start smashing everything all over the place. And a hole in the ceiling opens up, and Mario and friends tumble to the floor, defeated.
Oh.
And
Wait, they were there all along, and they.
well, they were elsewhere.
Okay.
It ended up being too many characters to work with, so I just kind of ignored them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so King Crocus is just staring up into the hole and just says, "Why?" And you hear a voice. It says, "Well, it's quite simple. In this world, it's kill or be killed."
Oh no! Oh no! It's that flower from the amusement park.
Oh my god, damn it.
Oh my god! Fuck.
And the last thing you see before everything goes dark are the 6 pure hearts converging on a single flower.
Oh no!
The Zim is
Dead.
told on the TV, static. Come
Well, fuck, shit.
on.
Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh god! Oh fuck! And Rufus says that's it's literally at death's door right now.
I mean, he has 2
God.
harm right now, but
Yeah.
What a way to end things off on for the session though.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, this was really funny.
yeah.
Genius Rufus suggestion of Mistletoe. And the bonus of that is that link is currently just on cooldown instead of just gone.
Yeah. Oh god, though. It was only a matter of time before you threw the Undertale.
Yeah, I figured I had to do it sooner rather than later because you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But by the way, Dragon, I hope you don't mind. I have used my right to make a link with the vine that disappeared.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Also, Drake's, I'm gonna send you a relevant meme.
Okay. Anyways, any last words before we end the session?
No.
Okay.
Rufus is just gonna like point.
Can I make a link with those chunks?
Sure. Wait,
I guess I'll just roll
shit.
that. Yeah, let's say live.
Okay.
I know I'm not the role player. Sorry. I know I'm not the role player, but can Dan make a link with the chariot?
I think Dan should be allowed to make a roll
Sure,
with the chariot.
let's do it.
The essence of Rome never dies.
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 Rome Never Dies is my favorite Suda 51 game.
Awesome.
Oh god.
God,
Rufus just
you're gonna have me for fucking dying with anticipation for next week, damn it, Dragon.
yes. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I wonder what's gonna fucking happen. Good gravy. Also, it's kind of funny how like I started like a character like oh like yeah Rufus is gonna kind of be an asshole and ended up like getting his own morality pet in the in the shape of chunks except he's cabbage. He
I
becomes
mean
so
that's just how Interstitial be sometimes. That said,
yeah.
if I had a nickel for every time we had fucking an adoptive pseudo party member in the second session of an Interstitial campaign, I would have 3 nickels.
This is the third session.
I can't wait until Chunks is put in the robot.
Oh no.
Actually, I can't wait until the sprout is removed from his head and he becomes sapient again.
I get the feeling that something tragic is gonna happen to Ochunks or Rufus because Rufus is not allowed to have a happy ending.
Do I go with the funny and roll hard, or do I go with the expected and roll mastery over the chariot?
I think you go for the funny and roll heart.
Alright, that's what I like to hear.
Because like the way I see it is like this is a deeper sense of introspection and like it made Dan actually feel like he's done something of significance.
Sure, let's go with that. My heart is currently a -1 because I burned Flint Cragley to lie to a flower.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, well, how would that happen?
Why
Did
did that
you
not-
just like
You did a
crap?
capital
I
R.
don't know.
I am on mobile, so that might have something to do
Want me
with
to
it.
just
Someone
type it for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you get
Hey.
it.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Heartlink formed with the chariot.
Nice.
Thou art I art thou. Fuse army Tama right the fuck now.
All right, well, I think that's it. Thanks for
Yeah.
playing today, everyone.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
session.
That's then.
Really good session.
I'm